From just off the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Lacey, and this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's James. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 34. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. To the air on first down with Pickett. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You look at this Steeler defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's James returning. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Pickett looking to throw on second down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Simmons working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Pickett. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with this pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Lacey. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down carry for Harris. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, they rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's Pickett. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
That's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This 2nd and 4. Pickett will look to throw it here. Taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. But I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And Bigsby once more. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Browns had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Let's go now.
3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Lacey. He's got his man. This is Tate. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. So that now 3rd first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Harris running straight ahead. Down the numbers. There he goes. Off to the races. Najee Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 70 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Lacey. Touchdown! Elijah Mitchell. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Open man here is Conklin. He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A final shot before break. Lacey. A quick throw, but incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Pickett sets up play action. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Boy, 184 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First and 10. Here's Pickett. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once again, their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure. That's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Another run with Mitchell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lacy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. Let's go.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Lacy. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a gain of 5.
They'll look to throw again, and he'll get it right back to Washington. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Man, 220 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action, Pickett. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Steelers 24, Browns 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Lacey. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back
to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Lacey. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Back to throw. Lacey. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On third down, Lacey. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the slant, he finds Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, here's Mitchell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Lacey. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. runs a nickel set here on third down. They'll run again with Harris. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
But this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Pittsburgh, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new